is up, best ones worldwide? It's the best one, Donnie here, back with a brand new wrestling figure video. If you're not a best one yet already, recommend you to hit that subscribe button now, turn on the post notifications, because of course you already know, the grind is real. And these figures, I thought I was going to have to wait for a little while, because one of them in particular were back ordered all the way to mid-July on Ringside Collectibles. But thanks to Zombie Hideout on Cooley Street, my go-to toy store in my area, they had all of these figures and I had to get them. And I'm very excited about this one. And with that being said, let's get it! Before I show you guys what figures I ended up getting, I am going to roll the toy hunt video.
Look at that, guys. We're here at the Zombie Hideout. And look what they got in. They got the Build of Mr. Perfect. This is a set I regretted not getting on Ringside. But I think we're actually going to end up getting these. And Dolph Ziggler has been a struggle to find. Glad they have him for retail. Can't go wrong. Shout out to Zombie Hideout. See you guys back at the studio to review these.
Well, you guys know now that I ended up getting the Summerslam Elite Collection, the Build of Mr. Perfect figure, and I'm very excited for this right here because we got ourselves some pretty good figures, and I've always loved doing the Build of figures. They've always just been so much fun. And here we go. The first figure we got here, we have Hulk Hogan. That's right. This is from SummerSlam 1991 when he wore, the camouflage. And I love that we're getting all of these different Hulk Hogans. I think that that's really freaking cool that Mattel, is continuing to give us all of these different Hogans. And I love that, they're all different too, which makes it even better. And I love the pose that we got here in the box. Look at that with the window. We got a bunch of interchangeable hands. We even got, we got the arms for, Mr. Perfect. And we also have the mask for Hulk Hogan as well, which is pretty cool. And not gonna lie, at first I really wasn't, very high on this Hulk Hogan figure. But, looking at this now, opening it up, I gotta say, this is a pretty cool Hulk Hogan. Ooh, we got some interchangeable hands for Mr. Perfect, too. We're going to put those to the side. And we got the arms right there. We got the arms for Mr. Perfect. Alrighty, here we go, man. We got our Hulk Hogan figure right there. And let that focus. And I got to say, on hand, this Hogan does feel very good. I feel like a lot of these Hulk Hogans are very good. And I gotta say, I think they definitely got, the muscles perfect with this Hogan figure. The tan, absolutely perfect. But here it is, man. We got the Hulk Hogan figure. I love that we get the red, white, and blue bandana. I love the serious expression we got on Hogan's face. We even get, the army vest, which looks very nice. And this tan is looking great. Hogan always had that, orange tan to him. And I think they definitely got it on point. I love, the muscles. I think, the torso, everything's perfect there. And I love, that we get the hand, pointing. Hogan's, signature pose there. And we also got the camouflage pants looking fantastic with, the black boots. And I must say, this Hulk Hogan is definitely very underrated. And I don't know if I'm going to display him on my old school shelf. I haven't really decided yet. But this Hogan is pretty cool. Our next figure we got here, we got Zeus. And this is a figure I did not really care about, to be honest with you. This Hogan and Zeus weren't really in my era, but in order to build Mr. Perfect, you gotta get them. And it just adds another, person to my old school shelf, I guess. So, can't really complain too much. I know this is the second Mattel Zeus figure. I know the first one was a San Diego exclusive for the No Holds Barred movie. And there it is right there, man. Look at that in the package. And I must say, man, the jacket looks really nice on the Zeus figure. I will say that. Interchangeable hands. We got Mr. Perfect's torso right there, looking good. We got his torso with the arms now, which is very good. Oh, that smell, man. When you open up a package and you smell that new figure, oh, that's the best smell in the world. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool figure, though. This is a cool figure, though, even though it's not really my era. Wasn't the biggest. You know, I never really watched Zeus, so I don't really know much, but for a figure, man, they definitely got it on point. I love, you know, the serious expression we got for the head sculpt. We got the Z right on, you know, the side there of his head. Looking good. We also have this really cool rubber jacket with some really good details on it. I love, you know, the gray. I love the silver, like, shoulder pads to this, which look really good. And we also have, you know, the black and silver, you know, gear, which looks great. It says, you know, Zeus on the side there, looking fantastic. And I gotta say, man, this Zeus is a pretty cool looking figure. But we mainly got this because we needed the torso for Mr. Perfect. That's the main reason. But now, the two figures that I'm very excited about getting, we ended up getting Jey Uso, man, from the Bloodline. We do have, you know, one of his, you know, late. We have, I believe it's his Elite 89 or 90 with the white gear when he was main event, Uso. But now, you know, we got ourselves a regular Jey figure here, which, honestly, I'm looking forward to the Ultimate Edition one a little bit more than this. So I might end up reselling this Jey Uso once I get the Ultimate one, maybe, I don't know. And we got Mr. Perfect's head sculpt right there. Focus! They can make us a better Jimmy Uso. That's why I haven't gotten a Jimmy Uso at all yet, because I'm just not impressed at all with the figure. But wow, man, here it is. We got Jey Uso. We got the Bloodline Jey. Looking pretty cool here. I kind of wish, like, the tattoos, they look very cartoony on this figure. I will say I'm not impressed with that. But I will say the head sculpt on this figure does look great. We have, you know, the updated head sculpt. He's got the short hair, you know, with the red on the bottom of the mullet there, looking good. And we also have, you know, the white shooting sleeve on him, which looks very good. So we do have, you know, the black joggers on here, which I really like. It says, you know, Bloodline, and we got, like, some red, some white on there, looking good. And we even have, you know, the white shoes, which look really good as well. And I must say, man, this Jey Uso, I do like his main event Jey better than this one. I feel like the tattoos on this one are just very cartoony to me. I don't know. Something's off on this figure. But honestly, I can't wait for the Bloodline one to come out, because I'm definitely going to be replacing this one for sure. But it'll do for now. And last but not least, probably the figure that everybody's the most excited about. And I ended up getting two of these figures. One to keep in the package, and the other one to open up, baby. And that is Dolph Ziggler, man. One of the most underrated wrestlers in WWE, man. Dolph Ziggler. This is a figure everybody was excited about when they announced it. And I immediately needed to, you know, get this Dolph. And, oh, yes, here we go. Like, I did not care really that much for the Mr. Perfect, but this Dolph Ziggler, this was a must for me. This was definitely a must. Ooh, we got the new legs as well on this, so that's a good sign there. So they're, like, more flexible, which is a good thing for the Mr. Perfect. And we gotta let Dolph Ziggler out of here. And man, this Dolph Ziggler, this might be one of the best figures in 2023 so far. Wow, look at that, man. This Dolph Ziggler looks so good. I wish that they would push Dolph, and I wish that they would give him more, but they just, you know, really don't have anything. And I kind of wish also they could give us a head sculpt, you know, that isn't just the ponytail. Kind of wish, like, we had, like, the messy curly hair. I think that would look really cool on Dolph, but wow, here it is, man. I love the head sculpt that we got here on this Dolph Ziggler figure. It's been so long since we've gotten one of these. We have, the nice, blonde and black hair looking great. And I think they definitely got the torso and the arms perfect on this figure. We even have, these nice, hand things as well that are on Dolph Ziggler's, arms. Looking good. And I love the pink gear that we got here. I believe this was from his match against Goldberg. We have, this nice pink gear with, some really cool, devil designs on it, looking really cool. And the boots look fantastic. This Dolph Ziggler, definitely the best one in this series for sure. But now, guys, it is time to build Mr. Perfect. Here we go. And there it is, man. We just built Mr. Perfect, and oh man, this is such a great figure, and I've always been such a huge fan of Mr. Perfect. I know he was a little bit before my time, but as a kid, I used to, rent out the VCRs from Blockbuster, and Mr. Perfect, man, was always one of my favorites. Somebody I definitely, watched a lot of clips growing up, and I really, respect his work. I also really did like, Curtis Axel as well, Michael McGillicuddy. And I gotta say, man, this Mr. Perfect, I actually like the way that these new legs are. You can actually shake them, you can actually move them, which is nice, without it, worrying that it's gonna break. But here it is, man. We got the Mr. Perfect. I love the serious expression we got on his face. Looking great. This is around the time when he was, managing around 92, 93. We also have the nice, black suit here, and on the back of it, it says Mr. Perfect, looking fantastic. And we also have, the nice, business suit on, which looks really good, the nice dress shoes. And I really hope that now we can get a couple more new Mr. Perfects. I would love to have, a Royal Rumble 2002 one. I feel like that's on, every Mr. Perfect fan's, wish list. But honestly, I'm very happy with, this Build-A-Figure here. And if it wasn't worth it to me, I probably would have just gotten the Dolph Ziggler figure. But I really wanted to build this figure, so I ended up getting the whole series. But honestly, definitely not one of the best series in my opinion so far, especially with, the new Ultimate Edition Jay coming out, and, Hogan and Zeus not really being around my time, but there's wrestling fans that, still collect figures that grew up during, the Hogan and Zeus time. But the Hogan did really impress me. But guys, let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on, the SummerSlam build of Mr. Perfect figure. What's your favorite figure in this set? I think everybody's is definitely Dolph Ziggler. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button now. If you're not a best one yet already, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. The link's down in the description below. You can go follow me on my social medias and other YouTube pages. All that down below. If you're into basketball, go check out DBTV. New videos coming out once a week over there. If you're into wrestling, which I'm assuming you are, go check out We Are Wrestling. All the links down below. And of course, to all the best ones out there worldwide, we are taking over. Peace.